Hey, how you doing? This is some guy named Jay, and basically what I want to talk about in this edition of the Green Light is I want to talk about a live-action Metroid movie. Now, for those of you who don't know, Metroid is a video game. It's a video game series by Nintendo. It first came out for the regular Nintendo back in the '80s. Uh, they've had installments on the Super Nintendo, Super Metroid. They had the Game Boy version. That was Metroid 2. They've had just Wikipedia if you want to know more about the series. Metroid. Basically, it's about a bounty hunter, a space bounty hunter, who's a woman. Her name is Samus, and she fights aliens and captures species and brings them back to the lab and things like that. And the other day I got up with my brother, and he has a bunch of video games. He's really into just all kinds of video games. And I went over to his crib and we played Metroid Other M, and it's one of the I think it's one of the best in the series. Not really in terms of just like overall fun and gameplay. I think that probably would have to go to Super Metroid, but Other M, it just has a great story. It has a lot of cut scenes, and it's just like it's like watching a movie. And I remember at one point they were just making lots of video game movies. They made Final Fantasy, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Brothers. They've made all types of movies based off of video games. But this video game right here, Metroid, they've never made this, and I feel that this is, I mean, it is perfect to make a movie like this. And it's one of those games, it's one of those video games that you don't have to really be a fan of the actual video game to feel it or to enjoy it. Because they got all these aliens and predator movies, these alien versus predator movies, and all these science fiction movies, and I think Metroid would fit right in there if they made a Metroid movie. Made a movie based on the video game. They should they shouldn't even make it cute. Not, the actual video game isn't cute, but some of the video games in the series are kind of colorful. They shouldn't make it colorful. The only thing that should be colorful is Samus's suit, her armor. With the yellow and the orange, red looking suit that she has. They should keep that colorful. Everything else should be grimy, gritty. If they decide to make this movie, that's my opinion of how I think how it should go. And they should just make it nasty, like Aliens versus Predator. Like slimy, acidy spit, nasty looking aliens. And I don't want to see some Gumby looking CGI bouncing around stuff. I mean, make it kind of gritty. Uh, I think the movie should have a dark feel to it, and something that plays to people that just like science fiction action movies, not really to the fans of the video game series. Because I think if they did it that way, if they just made it strictly for the fans, I think a lot of people would get lost and they go, Ice Beam, what? Why is it that? I think they wouldn't follow it. Why is she doing that? Why is she doing this? I don't understand. So they should dumb it down. And I think Metroid is one of those. I think they could get away with it. Like they would dumbing it down and making it appealing to the mainstream, and still keeping little elements in there that would appeal to the hardcore Metroid fans. I was kind of thinking of who should play Samus. I really don't know who would make a good Samus. I thought Natalie Portman, but you know what? I really don't. Then again, I don't really see Natalie Portman doing it either. I was thinking Jennifer Lawrence, because Jennifer Lawrence is hot right now. She's in a lot of movies, and she kind of looks like Samus in a way. I mean, I could really see her, especially when she did Hunger Games. So I could definitely see her, Jennifer Lawrence, making a good Samus. Samus is blonde. It seems like like Jennifer Lawrence has these like beady eyes, and Samus appears to have like these beady eyes too. The other characters in Other M, I don't know who should play him. I'm not good at the casting thing because I don't know who is who and what's what. Um, but if you guys have any ideas, feel free to put them down and to make some comments and say what you think. Um, I think they should also make the movie based off of Other M too, because Other M is the only the only game in the Metroid series that I can think of that has multiple characters. The other ones, you might see a scientist at the beginning of at the beginning or something like that, but this one has characters like all throughout, and I really feel that they should really really take those characters from Other M and not really bite the entire theme of Other M to where that not really bite that the actual game, but actually use those characters and those same characters. Uh, and I'm not sure if Mother Brain, for those that's familiar with the series, I'm not sure if Mother Brain appears in Other M because we haven't made it that far yet. However, I do think they should make Mother Brain the villain in the Metroid movie if they decide to make this. Uh, Mother Brain, she's just a classic villain. I also remember she was on, Captain N, back in the day in the cartoons, if any of y'all remember that. Uh, and I think Mother Brain is just, like I said, don't make this some cutesy looking thing. They make Mother Brain nasty and just nasty. Just make it gross, and just seeing Samus and Mother Brain battling it out, that'll be good. And plus, they could also play to the feminist movement. They could take this in many different directions. They could actually, there's a female superhero. Well, not necessarily super, whatever you would like to call Samus, a female protagonist, and then they have a female antagonist too, and it's not some Disney movie. Because usually when you see a female star and a female villain, it's kind of like a Disney movie or something. Actually, the prince is doing all the fighting. But this would be a fight between two women, and it's not a cat fight. And I don't know, Mother Brain's still a female, but she's not a woman, so to speak. But you know what? Even if they made Mother Brain into kind of a humanoid person, as opposed to just some nasty, slimy alien, even that would be great. If they could just kind of, I don't think the fans would dislike that too much. There's all kind of ways. There's all kind of ways they could go with this. They could appeal to the sci-fi nerds, the video game nerds, the feminist movement. A lot of the characters in Other M. Well, I think a few of them were black. I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of seeing black men die at the beginning of science fiction movies. And Other M, the black guys don't die. Well, at least we're not at that part, but they're not dying in the first 5 minutes. So actually have a character, strong male African American characters in the movie. That would be great. You could appeal to that demographic, and there's all kind of ways they could take this. And I would definitely pay good money to see a Metroid movie done right in the movie theaters, or on DVD or bootleg, no matter. But they should definitely give this a try. I don't know if anybody in Hollywood has even thought of this, but or if it's something that's been thought of, but it's just sitting in somebody's shelf or sitting in somebody's vault. But they should definitely do it, and I say they should make it live action too. No Pixar, digitally animated stuff. They should use humans and real scenery. So that's what I'd like to say about the Metroid movie. I would definitely love to see one get made. Feel free to post a video reply, post your comments, send private messages. Just talk, give your opinions, or just talk about if you think this is a dumb idea. Nah, a Metroid movie, that would not make any sense. Feel free to say that too. All right. Again, I'm just some guy named Jay, and take care.